Fox News is a terrible organization. I hate them. You should too. But every now and then, they troll perfectly. And so this is a great example of that. They ran an ad absolutely obliterating Governor Andrew Cuomo of New York on Chris Cuomo's show. So you understand? Chris Cuomo has a CNN show, even though he shouldn't. And in the commercial breaks, Fox News bought ad time about a documentary on how evil Andrew Cuomo is. Watch.
Many people felt you were the only one who was telling us anything.
The most trusted Democratic leader in America.
Purposely withheld the number of nursing home deaths due to COVID.
New accusations of sexual harassment.
I'm not going to resign. I am not part of the political club. And you know what? I'm proud of it.
The collapse of Cuomo on Fox Nation.
Goddamn, son. I have to say, I love this move. Now, listen, I haven't seen that documentary. I'm sure that there's going to be some right-wing garbage in that documentary. Although the things you saw in that ad were true. The criticisms in that ad were accurate. But I'm sure there's going to be some other stuff in there that's not accurate. It's neither here nor there. I love this trolling. And you got to admit, they're just better at it than the left is. Without a doubt, they're better at trolling. So there's a bunch of things to point out here. First of all, yes, CNN and Chris Cuomo in particular, he was giving chummy interviews to his brother as his brother was making horrendous decisions in New York during the COVID crisis. And he would throw softball down the center of the plate after softball down the center of the plate. And they'd be told, oh, you had Sunday dinners with Dad. Remember that? Oh, yeah, Mario Cuomo. Oh, he was amazing, that guy. And the spaghetti and the meatballs. Oh, yeah. They would just play patty cakes in the entire interview. So I'm holding the big Q-tip or whatever, joking around. So it was sheer propaganda. Then, when stories broke, one of the scandals of the sexual harassment, for example, what did Chris Cuomo do? He came out on his show and he said, listen, I'm aware of what's going on, but obviously I can't cover it. He's my brother, but there are other people to cover it on the network, so we're going to move on. So in other words, when it's positive stuff, I'll have him on and do chummy interviews and talk endlessly about it. When it's negative stuff, I'm going to step out because I'm biased, and so what am I going to do? I can't talk about it. It's my brother. You can talk about it when it's good stuff. You can't talk about it when it's bad stuff. The chummy interviews were criminal. How dare CNN let that go on? And then how dare they play defense after the scandals break? God, Homeboy should have been fired a long time ago. Not for any cancel culture silly reasons, because he's not doing his job. Anybody who doesn't do their job loses their job, except somehow in media where people fail up all the time. So, and then, listen, the biggest scandal is the nursing home death scandal. So he signed an order allowing COVID-positive people back into nursing homes that exploded the number of COVID cases, led to so many deaths, and then they tried to cover it up, and they tried to hide it. And that's some criminal shit. On that, he should be impeached. On that specific thing, he should be impeached. But here's the thing that they don't tell you on Fox News, and this is, again, to get back to the Fox News' bullshit point. What they don't tell you is that legislation, which also protected nursing homes, it was a liability shield, which made it so that, hey, we're going to let the COVID patients back in, but if anything happens, nobody can sue you. So if the family members say, what the fuck are you doing? You're letting COVID patients back in, and then my grandpa died because you're an idiot and you let the COVID positive patients back in there, I'm going to sue you because that's reckless endangerment or whatever, manslaughter, whatever it is. Cuomo signed legislation protecting the nursing homes. Said, no, nobody can sue you. We're going to do a liability shield. Why? Probably because the nursing home companies were campaign donors. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. Open bribery, legalized bribery, corruption. That's what it is. So Fox News goes after him on this. Okay, good. What they don't tell you is Republicans copied that same legislation verbatim and supported it. So everybody going after Cuomo, good, I'm glad. Go after Cuomo as much as you want. Anybody who doesn't tell you that Republican politicians all across this country copied that language verbatim and supported it, the exact language, and they're liars. These are liars. They're charlatans. They're frauds. They're partisan hacks. Do you understand? So that's the part that they're never going to tell you that in this Fox Nation documentary, ever. They're never going to tell you that part. They'll tell you about the nursing home deaths, and they'll tell you about he protected the nursing homes. They won't tell you Republicans 100% agreed with him and copied the language verbatim. So anyway, Andrew Cuomo getting obliterated during his brother's show on CNN. I love it. I love it.